Hey, evenings, friends. Nibs again. I want to get out and do some shooting tonight. Had a long, busy day and did a lot of driving. Just wanted to get out and blow off some steam and get another video up for you guys and let you see another cool old rifle that I got. This particular one is one that I actually did a video on a couple years ago, 3, 4 years ago. But unfortunately, back then I didn't have a decent camera and I didn't have a decent microphone. And it was windy that day, and there was just compounding problems that caused it to. I've just continuously been getting comments on it that it's really hard to hear, can't hear words you're saying, blah blah blah. So I don't talk very loud anyway, and that microphone wasn't very good on that other camera that I was using then. So anyway, I wanted to get out and do another one on this one because it's. I think it's worthy of a second look anyway. So this one is a Winchester model 1903, and as the model number would suggest, this one actually came out in 1903. Winchester produced this in 1903. Started producing this in 1903. And cool, interesting fact: this was the first semi-automatic, I believe it's the first semi-automatic rifle that Winchester produced. I know for sure it's the first semi-automatic rimfire, but I'm pretty sure it is the first overall semi-automatic that they made. They actually called it a self-loading rifle back then, but semi-automatic self-loading. But back in 1903, as some of you may know, some of you may not, most of our rimfire ammo back then, well, I say our, like I was back there, but most of the 22 long rifle, 22 shorts, all of those were all produced with black powder as a propellant, and they were just starting at that time to switch over to smokeless powder. Winchester knew that if they produced this gun with black powder cartridges going through with it, it would not probably work out too well, and they'd have a lot of angry customers with a lot of defective guns that wouldn't shoot. So they came up with this alternate proprietary ammo called 22 Winchester Automatic rimfire. And it's a little bit different. Let me grab one of the 22 long rifles so you can see what the difference is. And I'll put a bolt on the box here and hold them up by the camera so you can see. So the one on this side is the 22 long rifle. Move a little closer and you can see that a little better. So as you can see, the 22 long rifle is quite a bit skinnier as far as the case goes. I believe the bullets are identical, but the case on the 22, so you got a heeled bullet that is the same diameter as the case on the 22 long rifle, and then the 22 automatic is actually not a heeled bullet, and it's set down inside the case. The case is thicker than the bullet, so they did that specifically so that you couldn't interchange these two and end up getting 22 long rifle black powder rounds into the gun. So they came out with that, and then in the 30s, they actually, the black powder had been pretty much long since phased out, and it was pretty well long gone. So they actually redesigned the action on this a little bit and came out with another model called the Model 63. Which actually I do have one of those at home as well. It's also a first-year production gun, which is cool. But the Model 63 is almost identical to the 1903, except for two things. It shoots 22 long rifles, and the 1903 has a crescent buttstock, where the 63 has a straight cut back on the buttstock. So that's the deal with the Winchester automatic. I did want to say one quick thing. I'd like to, first of all, thank Aguila. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, but I'm probably not. Aguila Ammunition for producing this 22 Winchester automatic. Before they came out with these several years ago, these guns were, the only ammo that was available was like 50, 60-year-old old stock stuff, and you were going to pay, $1.50 or more a round just to be able to shoot this old timer. And I don't see where it makes a whole lot of business sense for a company to make a round for a gun. This was the only gun that was ever chambered for this round. So it doesn't, in my mind, doesn't make a lot of business sense, but it seems to make a lot of people happy and probably kept them, other people wanting to go back and buy other stuff from them too. So maybe it does make a little bit more sense than I'm thinking it does. But here's the thing. I've been hounding Aguila as well for years to start producing some 32 rimfire, short, long, whatever, because there's literally been dozens, maybe hundreds of guns that I've passed up over the years because they were in 32 rimfire and it's just not available. I mean, the same thing. You can go find new old stock that may or may not fire, and you're going to spend $1.50 a round, and then maybe it'll fire, maybe it won't. So, if they see it as a good business venture to, come out with something like this for one gun, and, they did 5mm Magnum for, the two guns that Remington did, and that's all it's ever been chambered for that as well. So, go on their website. They've got an email. I've actually sent them dozens of emails now over the years, and I get a polite message back saying, yes, we're considering that, and blah, blah, blah. When we get caught up on current production of other stuff and this and that. So they send back a nice polite email saying that, it's on their radar, so to speak. They just haven't done it yet. So maybe if more and more of us keep sending and they get the same thing over and over again, maybe they'll say, hey, there's a lot of people that would want to see that done. But anyway, back to the 1903. It's a pretty cool gun. Like I said, this one's a first year of production. They made this one, I think they made the 1903 up into the 30s or 40s. I'm not exactly sure when they cut it off. It is a takedown gun. There's a little catch here, and then just a little thumb screw, and you loosen that, and it comes off, and then the two pieces come right in half, make a nice little backpack arrangement there. And then it's just very similar to a lot of the other, guns of this era. The Marlins and the other Winchester pump actions and stuff, where you could take them down. This one, very similar type of breakdown. So the charging handle is this little knob up here in the front. Very similar if you've ever seen the Winchester. I believe it's a model 1907. That shoots a Winchester model 351 Winchester round. But that one had a magazine instead of a tube feed. So you load these rounds tip first, heading towards the receiver. 3, 4, 5. I got 7 out here. We'll do 7. So yeah, like I said, if Aguila hadn't put these rounds out, we wouldn't be shooting this thing. The 7 rounds, that'd be $10 worth of ammo. But right now you can still buy this stuff. I actually bought 2 bricks of this stuff. Found it online for $150 for a brick. So not terribly cheap, but it's for something that's is long out of production like that, and now you can get it fairly reasonable. 22 Magnum, 17 HMR type of prices, or higher end 22 long rifle. So you do that. Don't ride it out, or else it'll catch. But just got my gong out here. We'll play around with that a little bit. It's definitely a snappy round. I don't know if Aguila loaded them hotter than they used to be, but This stuff, especially, I've never shot it with anything other than the Aguila, so. But I'd liken what the way this is shooting to more of a 22 high velocity than the 22, a 22 standard velocity. Oop, missed that one. There we go. Doesn't have a terrible trigger either. Definitely not a target gun or anything, but it's not bad. It's not real heavy. Doesn't have much take up or creep or anything. Oop. Well, 7 goes quick, so definitely getting some nice strikes on those. So the firing pin's still good and strong. The firing pin spring's good and strong in this old girl too. But yeah, like I said, I bought this one, I don't know, 5-6 years ago, and I did a video on it like 3 or 4 years ago. I take it out every now and then, shoot up a box of ammo, just to get it out, and it's a lot of fun. So anyway, there you have it. Hopefully the audio is a lot better for you guys on this one. I really want to do a better job and have people appreciate my videos and not have to complain because they can't hear what I'm saying. But so this is the Winchester 1903. Pretty cool old gun. And if you like my channel, like it, subscribe to the channel. You get notified when I do post up new videos. And if you like it that much, why don't you share it with some of your friends and let them know, got a nice channel started up here and showing some really cool old stuff. But hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you on the next one. Have a great day.